Marrowvale was unraveling. The dampness that once clung to its streets now seeped into homes, blackening walls with a slick living mold that pulsed faintly in the dark. The townsfolk barricaded themselves indoors, their whispers drowned by the hum that now echoed through the valley. A low, relentless drone that burrowed into their dreams. Clara and Ezra were gone, their names unspoken but heavy in the air. The well had taken them, and its appetite was growing. Lila, the town's librarian and last keeper of its forgotten histories, knew more than most. Old journals in the library's basement spoke of the well as a mouth of the earth, a gate to something older than gods, something that fed on more than flesh. She'd ignored the signs for years, dismissing the vanishings as accidents, but the hum was louder now, vibrating in her skull even miles from the forest. When Ezra's truck was found abandoned near the well, its windows smeared with a black, tar-like substance, Lila knew the time for denial was over. She gathered what she could: a gas lantern, a crowbar, a vial of holy water from the church, and a journal etched with cryptic runes she'd never deciphered. The townsfolk watched her leave, their eyes hollow, some already marked with faint vein-like patterns creeping across their skin. The forest was a void, the trees leaning inward as if guarding the well. The hum was deafening now, a chorus of voices, Clara's, Ezra's, and countless others, twisting into a single, ravenous demand. Come. At the well's edge, the air was so thick it choked her. The stone rim was warm, pulsing under her touch, and the darkness below churned like a living thing. Lila lit the lantern, its flame wavering as if afraid. She didn't bother with a rope. None had worked before. Instead, she climbed down, her boots slipping on walls that seemed to breathe, coated in an ichor that burned her skin through her gloves. The voices grew sharper, clawing at her thoughts, whispering her fears. You're too late. You're already ours. At the bottom, the lantern's light revealed a grotesque evolution of the well's hunger. The floor was no longer just flesh, but a writhing, pulsating organ, studded with faces that now had eyes, milky, unblinking orbs that tracked her every move. Clara and Ezra were there, their bodies half dissolved into the mass, their faces contorted in silent agony, mouths moving in pleas that never reached the air. The ichor surged, forming tendrils that lashed at Lila's legs, each touch searing like fire. The voices screamed inside her skull. Feed us. Become us. Lila poured the holy water onto the mass, but it only hissed, the faces laughing as the liquid boiled away. She swung the crowbar, smashing into the flesh, but it reformed instantly, the eyes multiplying, staring harder. The runes in her journal glowed faintly, and she chanted them aloud, her voice trembling. The hum faltered for a moment, the faces recoiling, but then it roared back, louder, angrier, splitting her eardrums. The tendrils tightened, pulling her down, and the eyes burrowed into her mind, showing her Marrowvale consumed, its people dissolved, their essence feeding the well until it broke free, a living abyss swallowing the world. Her lantern shattered, plunging her into darkness. The ichor climbed higher, dissolving her skin, her bones, her thoughts. But as Lila's mind frayed, she saw something else. A crack in the well's wall, leaking a faint, otherworldly light. With her last strength, she drove the crowbar into it, and the well screamed, a sound that wasn't sound but pain, shaking the earth above. The faces wailed, the ichor receding, but it was too late for Lila. Her body collapsed, her essence consumed, the journal fallen open to a blank page. Above, Marrowvale trembled. The well was quiet, but the crack remained, the light within pulsing faintly. The townsfolk felt it, a shift, a hunger restrained but not defeated. The mold on their walls grew faster, the hum softer but ever present. The well was waiting, and it knew their names. It always had.